This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Redskins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Now the wolf. Now watch one, watch one. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Let's go. Come on.
On first down, Gibson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Third down, here's Haskins. And Wilson has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
24 is the mic. Here we go, here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Neutral, focus. Orbit, orbit.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
24 is the mic.
On second down. It's Gibson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
On third down. It's Gibson. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
First carry now for Tyler Irvin. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so When they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Louis.
On first down, Irvin. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Tonight, 180.
Now Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Scott Miller, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard. Had a drive going and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Haskins, third and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Goff. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Now it's Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rick Flair. Hold on. Check. Hey, Alpha. All day. Whip. Watch the whip. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. Watch the run.
On second and 10, Goff. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Hey, Charlie. Ric Flair. Chester. Maverick. 24. Super 1. Maverick roll. Here we go, fellas. Watch out.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw, Haskins. Got his man, it's Williams. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 22.
64,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Miller with first down and more. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Scott Miller with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Single. 87's me. 87's me. Come on. They're running it. 24 is the mic. Yeah. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Tyrell Williams, an 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
47. Check, 47. Hey.
On first and 10, Goff. This will be caught by Brown. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Goff now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Here's Irvin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Irvin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 24 is the mic.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the Redskins' 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You got tight. You got tight. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Rams are signaled for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff now to throw, and he whips that one incomplete there. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, D, that touch got it. Pick it up, D. Hey, take it. 41, boom. On the ball. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, 41.
Haskins will throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards as they are now. Just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. Goff. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That's a gain of 13. 1st down, Rams. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Irvin. And some room to work. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Irvin. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Haskins down around his goal line. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Brown. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Going up top for Miller. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play that time for the Rams. 48 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them off, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's going to go down again. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Haskins to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And he comes back with one complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Going deep this time for Miller. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Goff on 1st down. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Goff.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Lobo, I got it.
3rd down, here's Haskins. He's got a man, it's Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Barber on 1st and 10. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw complete here to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run here with Barber. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
You got three down.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Now it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now he's going to throw deep rights. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
17.
Goff going to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Haskins on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One final shot for Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.